Imagine a life where no person or situation has the power to disturb your peace. What if I told you that by embracing a few ancient principles, you could master the art of staying calm and collected, no matter what life throws your way? Today, we're diving into something that could be a game changer. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to find inner peace even in the most chaotic times. Detaching from people and situations isn't just about cutting ties or walking away. It's about learning to maintain your inner peace, regardless of what's happening around you. This idea aligns perfectly with the teachings of Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy that emphasizes accepting what we can't change and focusing on what we can control. In this video, we will explore the teachings of Stoicism, examining how each principle can be applied to practical steps for detaching from people and situations. Step number 1, step away from that person for a while. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining our inner peace regardless of external circumstances. The first step in detaching from someone involves stepping away temporarily. This isn't about avoidance. Rather, it's a strategic move to gain perspective and prevent our emotions from clouding our judgment. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, in his Letters to Lucilius, highlighted the importance of retreating to better understand oneself. He wrote, "Retire into yourself as much as you can. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you are capable of improving. The process is a mutual one. Men learn as they teach." This suggests that taking a temporary break is crucial for reflecting on the situation and your emotional responses. Stoicism teaches that our reactions are within our control, and by stepping away, we create the space needed to choose our responses consciously. Allow yourself solitude to contemplate your feelings and thoughts. Use this time to assess the situation objectively, free from the immediate influence of emotions. Seneca's words echo the Stoic belief that self-awareness is the first step toward mastering one's emotions. Imagine being in a bustling city where everything around you is loud and chaotic. Stoicism suggests that when you're grappling with tough feelings or a confusing situation involving someone, it might be wise to take a break, much like finding a quiet spot in the city to catch your breath. Think of this break as pressing the pause button. It's not about avoiding the situation forever, but about giving yourself a chance to think without the noise of emotions buzzing around. The Stoic philosophers often talked about finding a quiet place within ourselves. Seneca, one of these wise thinkers, once said, "Retreat into yourself as much as you can." It's like taking a step back to get a clearer view. In simple terms, it's akin to taking a time out in a game, not leaving the game forever, just stepping away for a moment to clear your head. Stoicism teaches us that our feelings are like the weather. They come and go. By stepping away, you're allowing the storm in your mind to settle down, making it easier to figure out your next move. Remember, this step isn't about running away. It's about pressing pause to find a quiet space amid life's noise. Stoicism suggests stepping away because it believes that when things get tough, our emotions can act like a storm that clouds our judgment. By taking a break, we can let the storm pass and see things more clearly. The Stoic idea is that in this quiet space, we can make choices based on reason rather than just our immediate feelings. Find a quiet place or a quiet time. Maybe take a short walk, sit in a park, or simply sit alone in your room. The key is to create a little space for yourself where you can think without distractions. Remember, it's not about escaping forever. It's about creating a moment of peace to figure things out. Sorry for interrupting, but I have something special for you. If you want to become successful, start by setting a proper nighttime routine. Check out the link in the pinned comment to discover the night routine of the greatest Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius. This ebook is packed with wisdom that can transform your life. Let's continue. Step number 2. Consider whether distancing yourself is the right choice. The second step in detaching from people involves a careful consideration of whether distancing is a rational and virtuous choice. Stoicism encourages us to align our actions with reason and virtue, emphasizing the pursuit of eudaimonia, or flourishing, through moral excellence. The Stoic concept of oikeiosis, the idea of appropriation or familiarization, suggests that our natural inclination is toward virtue and social harmony. However, not all relationships positively contribute to our moral growth. The Stoics, like Epictetus, urged us to evaluate our associations and choose wisely. While we cannot control our external circumstances, we can always control how we respond to them. Reflect on the nature of your relationship with the person in question. Are they contributing to your moral development and well-being? Stoicism teaches that distancing from toxic or harmful relationships isn't a sign of weakness, but a manifestation of wisdom and virtue. Epictetus, born into slavery, exemplified this teaching through his emphasis on inner freedom, regardless of external constraints. Imagine you're spending time with friends, and one of them starts doing things that make you uncomfortable. Stoicism suggests that just like choosing good friends, you should consider whether it's a wise decision to continue spending time with this person. In everyday terms, it's like asking yourself, is being around this person helping me grow and be happy, or is it making things harder? The Stoic philosophers would refer to this as evaluating whether it's a wise move. Stoicism is big on choosing things that make us better people, so the idea here is to think about whether the person you're dealing with is making your life better or more challenging. The Stoics believed that good friends are like sunshine for our souls, helping us become better versions of ourselves. Imagine your friend is like a plant. If you water it, it grows and becomes healthy. But if you don't, it might wither. Similarly, think about whether the people around you are like water to your plant or more like a thunderstorm. If being around someone is like sunshine, that's fantastic. If not, Stoicism says it might be wise to consider creating a bit of distance. Remember, it's not about being mean or avoiding problems. It's about making choices that are good for your heart and your mind. Stoicism is all about making life a bit more awesome, and that includes the people we choose to be around. Step number 3. Have a chat with someone you trust. Despite its focus on self-discipline and inner strength, Stoicism doesn't advocate isolation. Human beings are social creatures, and seeking guidance and support from trusted individuals is integral to the Stoic path. In the third step of detaching, the Stoic perspective encourages us to engage in open and honest communication with someone we rely on. This aligns with the Stoic idea of the philosophical friend, someone with whom you can share your thoughts, fears, and struggles. Seneca, in his letters, wrote extensively about the importance of friendship and the role it plays in our pursuit of virtue. He stated, "The greatest blessing that can be bestowed upon a man, next to that of a sound judgment and a modest temper, is that of a friendly acquaintance, a man he may consult just as he would a mirror." Share your thoughts and emotions with a trusted friend, someone who embodies the Stoic values of wisdom and virtue. This conversation serves not only as a cathartic release, but also as an opportunity to gain valuable insights and perspectives. Stoicism teaches that by opening up to others, we strengthen our social bonds and foster a sense of community, essential elements in our journey toward detachment. Stoicism suggests that when you're dealing with tough feelings or a confusing situation, it can be incredibly helpful to talk to someone you trust. Imagine this person as your wise game buddy who can give you good tips. Stoicism is big on the idea that we're not meant to face everything alone. Just like superheroes have sidekicks, Stoicism says we should have someone we can chat with about our thoughts and feelings. The Stoic philosophers believed that sharing our struggles with a friend is like having a secret weapon against life's challenges. Think of someone you really trust, like a friend, family member, or even a teacher. It's like picking your game buddy when things get tricky. Share what's going on with them. It could be in person, over the phone, or even through messages, whatever feels right. Remember, you're not burdening them, you're sharing the load. And just like a good game buddy, they might offer insights or perspectives you haven't considered. Stoicism teaches that facing challenges with a friend by your side can make the journey a lot less bumpy. Step number 4, establish limits for your feelings. Stoic philosophy places a strong emphasis on understanding and managing our emotions. Rather than suppressing feelings, Stoicism encourages us to recognize and acknowledge them while maintaining rational control. In the 4th step of detachment, Stoicism teaches us to establish limits for our feelings. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or unfeeling, it means exercising control over the intensity and duration of our emotional responses. The Stoic concept of apatheia, often misunderstood as complete emotional detachment, actually refers to a state of tranquility achieved by mastering one's emotional responses. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, articulated this concept by stating, "We have the power to suspend the action of the passions, or at least to resist our inclinations." Consider the Stoic practice of negative visualization, where one contemplates potential challenges and losses to prepare for them mentally. By establishing limits for our feelings, we can approach situations with a measured and balanced perspective, preventing emotions from overpowering reason. Imagine your feelings are like colorful blocks that sometimes pile up and form a big tower. Stoicism suggests that it's a good idea to set some rules for how high your tower of feelings can go. In simpler terms, when you're dealing with tough situations, Stoicism says it's okay to feel your emotions, but it's also smart to make sure they don't tower over everything and make everything shaky. Stoicism believes that our feelings are like those colorful blocks. They can be fun, but if we stack them too high, things might get wobbly. The Stoic philosophers talked about finding a balance, like building a tower that's tall enough to be interesting, but not so tall that it collapses. Imagine your feelings are blocks of different colors, happy, sad, angry, and so on. It's like saying, I'm okay with feeling these emotions, but I don't want them to take over everything. So, you might decide that when things get tough, you'll let yourself feel those emotions, but also set a limit so they don't overwhelm you. Think of it like this. If you're feeling sad, Stoicism says it's cool to feel sad, but maybe you decide that you'll take a walk, do something you enjoy, or talk to a friend after a while so the sadness doesn't take over your whole day. Stoicism teaches us that by setting limits on our feelings, we can keep our emotional tower steady. It's about finding that balance where we allow ourselves to feel, but we also make sure we're not letting those feelings control our actions. Step number 5, recognize and challenge negative beliefs. Stoicism teaches that our thoughts shape our reality, and challenging negative beliefs is crucial in the process of detachment. In this 5th step, Stoicism guides us to recognize and question the underlying beliefs that fuel our emotional attachments. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasized the importance of examining our thoughts critically. He wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Think only of those things that are in line with your principles and can bear the light of day." Stoicism encourages us to apply rational scrutiny to our beliefs, asking ourselves whether they align with reality and our values. When it comes to detachment, this involves identifying beliefs that may be causing unnecessary suffering or distress. Are you holding on to unrealistic expectations or assuming that your happiness depends on the presence of a particular person or situation? By challenging these negative beliefs, you can begin to detach from the emotional grip they have on you. Stoicism teaches that detachment isn't about abandoning all emotions or connections. It's about freeing yourself from the irrational beliefs that lead to suffering. Our thoughts are like the compass that guides us through life. Stoicism teaches that sometimes our compass can point in the wrong direction because of negative thoughts. The Stoic philosophers believed that challenging these thoughts is like recalibrating our compass to point us toward calm and balance. Imagine your mind as a garden, and your thoughts are the plants growing in it. Stoicism says it's important to notice which plants are healthy and which ones are weeds. Those negative thoughts that can take over if we're not careful. The Stoics talked a lot about examining our thoughts and pulling out the weeds. When you notice a negative thought, Stoicism suggests that you challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? Is it helping me, or is it making things harder? It's like holding up a mirror to your thoughts and seeing if they reflect reality or if they're distorted. Stoicism teaches that by challenging negative beliefs, we can replace them with more balanced and constructive ones. Think of it like this. If you believe that you need someone's approval to be happy, Stoicism would encourage you to question that belief. Is it really true, or is it just a thought that has taken root in your mind? By challenging these negative beliefs, you can start to detach from them and find more freedom in your thoughts and emotions. Step number 6. Visualize your future without the person or situation. Visualization is a powerful Stoic practice that helps us mentally prepare for change and adversity. In this 6th step, Stoicism guides us to visualize a future without the person or situation from which we are detaching. This practice, known as premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, involves imagining potential challenges and losses in advance to reduce their emotional impact. By visualizing your life without the person or situation, you can begin to emotionally acclimate to the idea of detachment. This exercise helps you build resilience and reduces the fear of the unknown. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus often emphasized the importance of preparing for life's uncertainties by contemplating them in advance. He taught, when you are about to embark on an undertaking, remind yourself what kind of undertaking it is. Imagine your life as a movie, and you're the director. Stoicism suggests that you take a moment to imagine the next scene without certain people or situations in it. It's not about predicting the future, it's about mentally preparing yourself for whatever might happen. Stoicism teaches that by imagining possible outcomes, we can reduce the surprise factor and feel more in control. The Stoics believed that when we mentally prepare for challenges, we're less likely to be thrown off course when they actually happen. It's like practicing for a big game. You run through the plays in your mind so that when the time comes, you're ready. Imagine what your life would look like without the person or situation you're trying to detach from. It's like sketching a new scene in your life movie. Stoicism suggests that this practice can help you get used to the idea, making the actual transition smoother. It's about building a sense of calm and readiness. The Stoics believed that by preparing for change, we can face it with more courage and less fear. So, take some time to visualize your future without the person or situation. Picture what your days would be like, how you would feel, and what new opportunities might arise. This exercise can help you feel more grounded and ready to embrace the changes that come your way. Step number 7. Focus on the present moment. Stoicism teaches us to live in the present moment, fully engaging with the here and now. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of focusing on the present, stating, "Confine yourself to the present." In the context of detachment, this means not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to direct our attention to what we can do in the present moment. By focusing on the present, we can reduce the emotional impact of detachment. The Stoics believed that the present is the only time we truly have control over, and by grounding ourselves in it, we can find peace amidst change. Stoicism teaches that the present moment is like the anchor that keeps us steady in the sea of life. Imagine you're on a boat, and the sea represents your emotions and thoughts about the past and future. Stoicism suggests that by focusing on the present moment, you can drop your anchor and stay steady even when the waves are rough. The Stoics believed that the present moment is where we have the most power and control. It's like saying, right now, this is what I can do, and letting go of the things we can't change. Imagine your mind as a camera lens, and Stoicism suggests that you zoom in on what's happening right now. By doing this, you can find a sense of calm and clarity no matter what's going on around you. When you're working on detaching from someone or something, Stoicism encourages you to focus on what's in front of you. Whether it's a task, a conversation, or simply enjoying a cup of tea, being fully present can help you stay grounded and reduce the stress of letting go. The Stoics believed that by living in the present, we can find peace and contentment, no matter what changes life brings. Stoicism offers a practical and philosophical approach to detaching from people and situations. By following these steps, stepping away, evaluating the decision to distance, talking with a trusted friend, setting emotional limits, challenging negative beliefs, visualizing your future, and focusing on the present, you can cultivate inner peace and resilience in the face of life's inevitable changes. Remember, detachment is not about becoming emotionally numb. It's about finding freedom from the things that hinder your pursuit of virtue and tranquility. Thank you for watching this video on the Stoic approach to detachment. Detaching from people and situations isn't about closing off your heart. It's about protecting your peace and staying true to your values. If you found this content helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe for more insights on living a resilient and balanced life. Until next time, keep practicing those Stoic principles and stay strong.